Good evening, hockey fans. For tonight's NHL matchup, your Utah Hockey Club takes a quick little road trip over to Vegas to take on the Knights for the third and final time this season. Looking at lineups for tonight, Utah, Keller, Hayton, Schmaltz on that top line, McBain, Cooley, Gunther on the second, Maselli, Bukestad, and Krause on the third, Carcone, Stenlin, and Kerfoot on the fourth. Defense for Utah, Sergachev, Mata on the top, Cole, Kesslering on the second, Valimaki, Bortuzzo on the third, and Stauber in net. Looking at Vegas, Barbashev, Eichel, Dorofeev on the top line, Hurdle, Rawa, and Kolasar on the second, Howden, Carlson, and Olofsson on the third, Pearson, Schwint, and Holtz on the fourth. McNabb and Theodore on the top D pairing, Hannafin, Petrangelo on the second, Haig and Korzak on the third, and Samsonov in net for the Knights tonight. As mentioned, this is the third and final matchup of the regular season against the Knights for the Utah Hockey Club. Not very successful in the first two. We'll see what happens tonight. Opening faceoff, one back by Vegas. Quick pushing it up through the neutral zone. They'll try and get it in left side. They'll dump it left corner instead. Kolasar racing for it, trying to dump it along the right side, right in front to Hurdle. Bad pass by Maselli there. Push back to the right corner. He'll get that back to Petrangelo at the right point. He'll try and push that around to behind the net, tied up by Bukestad, though. Utah trying to push out, shot in front, deflected out, saved by Stauber. Krause racing up, but Samsonov will get to it first, dumping that up A quick pass up. Vegas stumped that into the Utah zone just for a second, though. Bukestad trying to get a pass all the way over to Maselli, not quite able to. McNabb will get it in left side, looking for a shot. Saved by Stauber. Deflects in front, though. Pushed to the left corner instead. McNabb now back at the left point. Barely keeps that in the Utah zone. Trying to get a tip in front. Tips it up into the glass instead. Tied up in the right corner now. Vegas back to left point. Back to McNabb. Looking for a shot. Deflects wide. Vegas push back in the left corner. Utah finally able to get that out. It'll roll all the way back down to the Vegas zone. Samsonov will get a quick little pass up to McNabb. Vegas back in their own zone. Quick pass up to Dorofea. Vegas entering in right side now. Looking for a shot. Deflects wide. Saved by Stauber. All the way back out of the Utah zone. Vegas will pick that right back up and neutralize. Double back into their own zone. Moving it up now. Pass over to Eichel. The left side. He'll get a tip up to Dorofeev. Not able to hold that pass, though. Hayton will grab it instead. Pushed into the right corners. Utah quick passing back in their own zone. They'll hold and wait for the change. 18:20 left in the first now. Shots hitting 2-0 in favor of Vegas. Utah moving up with it now. Tripped up in the neutral zone, and there will be a call on that one. Olafson going to the box for Vegas, so Utah will take the early power play tonight. Likely a tripping call. Can't imagine it being much else. It will be a tripping. Yeah, just trying to cut through the neutral zone. Cooley, I believe, the one there, and just blatant tripping there by Vegas. Tough to take that early penalty if you're Vegas. Utah needing to capitalize on this early. In the last two games against Vegas, they have taken the early lead, but not being able to close it out has been an issue for them. We'll see if they can fix that tonight in their third and final game. Left side draw in the Vegas zone. Eichel, Cooley on the draw. One back to the left point for Sergachev. Pass over to Keller at the right side. He'll push up to the right dot. Push deep to Cooley behind the net. Right back to Keller along the right side. Trying to get a pass, not able to. Back to Sergachev. Back to Keller. Fakes the shot. Tries to get it back to Cooley. He'll pick up his own pass instead. Cooley trying to center that. Sergachev. Pass over to Gunther. That's poked away instead, though. Push back behind the net. Cooley trying to get a pass in front. Petrangelo trying to get control of it. Not quite able to. Kept in at the left side of the Vegas zone. Keller now with it at the right side. Back to Sergachev at the point. Not able to get a shot off. Looks like he wanted one there. Back to Keller. Quick setup in front for Schmaltz. Tips up into the netting instead. Play blown dead. 17 and a half left in the first. A minute 22 left on the Utah power play. So far, good attempts by Utah on this power play, keeping it in the Vegas zone. Over the last few games, I have noticed that from Utah is once they are able to get set up in the opposition zone, they've done a much better job compared to the beginning of the season of staying in and fighting to keep that puck in, not letting Vegas, as much bully them to the outside. And even if they do, still finding ways to get those passes through. Right side draw, Vegas zone. Schmaltz on the draw, but Vegas will win it regardless. Kept in along the right side boards. Keller racing for it behind the net. Tied up in the left corner. Cooley there to help him. Haig trying to get it out instead. Still tied up in the left corner. Keller trying to push that back to left point for Sergachev. He will. Quick pass up to Schmaltz. Doesn't matter though. Vegas back up. They rush the other way quickly. Rawa with it. Pass in front. Not able to get the tip he wants there, I believe, from Howden. Cooley back in the Utah zone. Moving up with speed now. He'll cut into the Vegas zone. Trying to dangle through all four there. Not quite able to. He'll get it back. Kesselring with it now. Quick pass up to Keller at the right side. 38 seconds left in the Utah power play. Deep for Cooley. Trying to get it in front for Schmaltz. No shot there. Tries to get it pass across instead. Kesselring with it now. Shot deflects up. Hits the glass. Bounces up over the net. Lands on top of it instead. Play blown dead there. 16:36 now left in the first. 28 seconds left on the Utah power play. Good opportunities. Still no shots on net, though. However, Vegas with a shorthanded rush there, trying to get something set up. Rawa with a beautiful pass up to Howden, just not able to connect on that pass, though. Believe the Utah back checking, they're able to get the stick up out of the way in time. Right side draw of the Vegas zone. Carlson and Bukestad on the draw. We push to the right corner. Petrangelo will grab it, looking to clear. Be tied up behind the Vegas net instead. Push the right corner. Vegas attempting to clear again. They will successfully this time, all the way back down to the Utah zone. 10 seconds left. They should kill off this power play. 8 seconds left now. Kesselring just circling back in the Utah zone. He'll get a pass over to Maselli. Carcone with it now, moving up the left side. That power play is cleared off. Rung around. Bukestad trying to grab that in the right corner, but he left at the right side boards instead. Colasar will get it out of the Vegas zone. Vegas moving up with it. Not able to get a shot off there. Tied up in the Utah players. Push to the left side now. Haig tied up in the left, at the left point there. Maselli, Carcone will dump that in. Tries to dump that in into the left corner there. Hits it on net instead, right into the glove of Samsonov. 15:44 left in the first. Shot still sitting 2-0 in favor of Vegas. Utah with that early power play opportunity, not able to get much set up there. Some good opportunities, some good shots in front, just nothing hitting the net. We'll see if they can do this now back in the Vegas zone again. Eichel, Stenlin on the draw right side. Stenlin tries to win it back, but will end up in the right corner instead for Korzak. I leave it back in the right corner for Haig. He'll try and get a quick pass up. Not quite able to there. Utah will pick it right back up in their own zone. It's Sergachev with it. Pass across. Here comes Kerfoot up the right side. He'll force dump that in right corner instead. Haig will get to it first, trying to clear right side. Right back to Kerfoot instead, trying to cut in front. Shot from an angle, deflects into the left corner, saved by Samsonov. Kerfoot will pick it up. McBain now with it deep in the left corner. Trying to push back the left side. He'll ring it behind the Vegas net instead. Intercepted by Haig there. Forced to the right side, looking to clear. Mata trying to keep that in. He will. It will end up along the left side. Stenlin racing for it. He's got Korzak there with him fighting for it. End up behind the Vegas net into the right side corner. Vegas trying to clear off a couple attempts there. Bounces it back into the Vegas zone just for a second. Kerfoot trying to exit the zone. Just gets enough of a touch on that one for the offsides call. Utah coming out swinging's the wrong term here, because if they were, coming out swinging, it'd be a lot more offense than it has. More offensive pressure than actual offense so far. So if nothing else, you're keeping Vegas out of your own zone, and that's always a positive. We'll see what they can do here. Right side dot outside of the Vegas zone. Carlson and Hayton on the draw. One back into the Vegas zone. Bad pass, though. Hayton, he'll get that across to Keller. Keller moving in, shot. Deflects wide into the left corner. Vegas trying to clear. Mata tries to keep that in, not quite able to. Carlson will move back out with it. Poke checked away by Hayton. Keller moving up the other way. He's got Hayton with him. Keller slowing in left side. Pass right through the 5-hole, and it's in. Keller on the first Utah shot of the night. And Utah will be taking that early lead. Up 1-0. Just Vegas trying to get it out through the neutral zone. Hayton in the right place at the right time. Poke checks that pass away. Him and Keller back. McNabb not able to get there in time. Hayton cutting to the middle, trying to kind of debate Samsonov there if he thinks he's going to pass or not. Keller instead just moves in slowly, catches that 5-hole on Samsonov there. Utah up 1 early. Looking at the goal, Keller with the goal, his 7th of the season. Hayton with the only assist, his 5th of the season. Utah win the draw. Bring it around behind the Vegas net. Samsonov will hold it, waiting for a second. Somebody pass to it. It'll end up right side. Kesselring with it. Trying to get a tip in front. Saved by Samsonov. That tip goes a different way. He didn't quite know where that was. All the way back to Utah zone. Cole able to get to it first. Up back quickly now. Cooley not quite able to get enough of that back in the Vegas zone. They'll grab control of it. Quick passes up. Vegas up the other way quickly. Right side looking for a shot. Saved by Stauber. 13:55 left in the third now. Or not the third. Jesus. In the first. Vegas back in their own zone. Pressured by Cooley there. Not able to do much, though, as they still are able to hold for the change. Moving up now. Roy cutting to the middle of the Utah zone. He'll push that right corner for Kolasar. Back to the point for Roy. Saved by Stauber. Pushed in the right corner. Hurdle trying to fight for it. Will get that back to left point. Over to Haig now. Not able to grab the pass on the first attempt. Forced to push it around instead. Rawa in front, trying to get something there. Sergachev able to get enough of a stick on that to prevent the shot. Utah back up the other way quickly. Bukestad now with it up the right side. Trying to throw something to the front. Nobody there to poke check it in instead. Vegas back up the other way quickly now. Moving in the right side. Hurdle in front. Shot. Deflects wide. Saved by Stauber. Back to McNabb. He'll get that over to Korzak at the left side, it looks like. All the way back down into the Vegas zone off a Utah body there. Rawa, little pass up to McNabb. He'll just dump that into the Utah zone, looking to go for a change himself. Cole able to grab it first, pass up to Kerfoot. Not able to move that on his first attempt, forced to dump that into the middle of the Utah zone. Nobody there to pick it up, though. Carcone moving up the other way quickly, moving in right side, trying to cut to the front, not able to get a shot off, though. Vegas looking to clear. Stenlin will dump it back in instead. Carcone looking to get a pass in front. Nothing there. Barbashev back up the other way with speed up the left side. Trying to cut to the front. He will. Not able to get the backhand, though. Delayed penalty looks like on Utah, if I had to take a guess. And it will be Stenlin going to the box for Utah. So Utah taking the early lead here, but Vegas with a power play opportunity. We'll see if they can take advantage on that and tie this game back up. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll be back after the short commercial break. .12:18 left in the first. Utah with a 1-0 lead, but Vegas up on the power play now. Stenlin going to the box for a hooking call. So we'll see if the Vegas power play can answer back early. Shots now setting 5-2 in favor of Vegas. Utah with the early power play opportunity. Vegas, however, keeping them shotless. Good opportunities getting stuff to the front, but nothing on net. We'll see if Utah can match that. Penalty kill has been good over the last few games. However, that Vegas game was a bit of a doozy for them. We'll see if they can bounce back tonight. Left side draw in the Utah zone. Hurdle and Kerfoot on the draw. Jump on the face-off there. We'll do that one again. Kerfoot kicked out of the circle. Hurdle and McBain on the draw now. Finally dropping that puck. Will be tied up again, but it'll be tied. Oh, we will do it again. We'll see if the third time's the charm to see if we can drop this. Still Hurdle and McBain, though. Nobody kicked out on that last attempt. Third time's the charm. Vegas will finally win it back this time. Theodore with it. Walking the line, he'll get it up to Eichel at the left side. Deep in front for Carlson, trying to get a pass across, not quite able to. Hurdle with it. He'll get it back to Theodore, back to Eichel at the left side. Looking for a pass back to Theodore at the point. Eichel at the left side, quick passing between those two, not quite able to do anything there. Utah able to grab control. They'll dump it all the way back down to the Vegas zone. 1:32 left in the Vegas power play now. 11:45 left in the first. Theodore up with speed, trying to leave it back for Hurdle, not quite able to. Cole fighting for it in the left corner now, looking to clear it out left side. Will bounce in front for Eichel. Shot goes wide. Kept in at the left side, though. Dorofeev He'll push that around. Left side, Eichel now with it. He'll push it back to left corner. Back to Eichel. Back down to the point for Theodore. He'll get that to the right side. Doesn't matter. Right back to him, though. Eichel now with it at the left dot. Force deep to the left corner. He'll double back just a little, moving in front, trying to get a pass to Carlson. Looking to cut in front, not quite able to there. Back to Eichel. Holding with it. Can't quite get the pass in front. Krause able to block that there. Big shot over to Theodore. Big block there by Cooley, getting all of his body in on that one. Vegas will keep it in, though. 35 seconds on the power play. Theodore with a shot in front that'll deflect into the left corner. Hannafin back over to Eichel. Eichel at the left side catches a stick in front, nothing there. Cooley able to grab enough control of it, and that will be cleared all the way down to the Vegas zone. Quick passing up, though, intercepted by Kerfoot, looking for the shot. Whoa, my goodness. Samsonov almost with a sensational save there, but Kerfoot, what a goal. Good Lord. See if I can, let's walk that one back and we'll do this again. Utah able to clear that one down all the way into the Vegas zone. Samsonov looking to capitalize on the quick opportunity, catch him on a change there. Out of his net to the left corner. Big pass up in the middle, nobody there but Kerfoot to pick it up. Samsonov with a diving save. It'll bounce up over him. Doesn't matter though, still bounces up into the net regardless. Good Lord, we got it that time. So Utah taking that coveted 2-0 lead they always seem to have against Vegas. We'll see if they can actually close out the game this time or not. 3 seconds left on that Vegas power play. Doesn't matter. That'll be killed off. Kerfoot now with it in the Utah zone, or in the Vegas zone. He'll bring it around to the corner for Valimaki. Back to Kerfoot. He'll double back to the right side, trying to get a pass in front to McBain. Back to Kerfoot. Pass across the left side. Shot. Saved in front by Samsonov. Vegas trying to get control of it behind their own net. They will. Here's Barbashev moving up with speed. He'll cut through the middle, looking to get a shot on net. Won't, or will on the second attempt. Saved by Stauber. Catches the rebound there. Kept in, though. Hannafin with it. Moving up the left side. He'll move around right side. Trying to get a wraparound. Nothing there. Hayton will grab it instead. Looking to clear that out. He'll leave it back. Utah able to dump that out of their own zone. 9:35 left now. Hayton moving in, a shot saved by Samsonov. Not able to grab the rebound, though. Borchuzzo throwing something at the net. Saved there. Pass across for Schmaltz. He finally scores. Feels like it's been forever, but Utah taking all the pressure tonight. And Schmaltz finally able to get something in the net that should stand this time. We'll see. Well, the first, regarding the Kerfoot goal, second one, that's his 5th of the season, shorthanded there. Schmaltz, his 1st of the season, finally. Assist by Keller and Hayton, the 15th and 6th, respectively. Borchuzzo throws that puck in the front. Hannafin trying to get it out to the right side. He'll pass it right over to Keller instead, though. Schmaltz moving up the left side just in time to catch that pass. Samsonov not even able to get across in time. Utah with a very early 3-0 lead. And it seems like all the momentum. We'll see if Vegas can answer back. McNabb dumps that in at the red line. Moving to the right corner. McBain trying to fight for it. Tied up along the right side boards. Vegas looking to keep it in. Carlson will catch a body and it will deflect out instead. Doesn't matter. Carlson will pick it right back up. Howden trying to get it into the Utah zone. Tied up at the left point. Shot thrown in front. It will deflect wide instead. McBain there to pick it up. Pass up to Gunther. Can't quite hold that pass, though. Vegas will pick it right back up in their own zone instead. McNabb in the right corner, looking to clear that out right side. Catches a Utah body, push back. Mata racing for it. McNabb tied up by Cooley behind his own net, able to get enough of that up to Howden. Vegas moving back up the other way. Carlson tips that into the Utah zone. Mata able to clear that around to the right side. Here's Gunther up the other way quickly. He'll move up the left side, slow at the line, trying to get that into the right corner. Not quite able to. Carlson will get to it first. 8:20 left in the first now. Utah trying to keep that in. They barely will, but Vegas will pick control of it right back up. Dumped out. Cole will grab it instead. Kessling back in his own zone. Quick passes up by Utah. They'll get it back in the Vegas zone. Krause racing for it. Tied up by Colasar in the right corner. Bukestad fighting for it in the left corner now. Kraus trying to get something in front as it's just kind of tied up in front. Haig able to get enough control of it, looking to clear. He will. Bortuzzo, he'll dump that to the left side of neutral ice. Nobody there to pick it up. Looking Vegas back up the other way now. Pass across to Colasar. Back to the point for Petrangelo. Not able to gets the shot. It'll reflect in the right corner instead. Vegas behind the Utah net now. They'll get it back to the right side. Pass over to Petrangelo at the left side. Shot catches a stick in front. Not quite able to get enough power like he wanted on that one. Tied up in the left corner. Colasar with it. Kraus fighting for it though. Pressures that back in the left corner. Roy fighting for it now. Bortuzzo there trying to get something. Hurdle. He'll get it back to Petrangelo. Shot. Bounces wide. Hurdle will pick it up at the right side. Circling back down to line. Hannafin moving left side. Trying to move up. Loses control of it just for a second. Utah looking to clear it up. They will. Hurdle fighting for it. Carcone pressuring there. Not quite able to get that stolen away. Vegas, they'll dump it right back into the Utah zone. Doesn't matter. Utah will clear it right back out. It'll bounce up and neutralize. Utah will dump it back into the Vegas zone on net. Samsonov trying to decide what he wants to do. Instead, decides to just hold it for now. 6:49 left in the first. Utah, all the pressure, taking a 3-0 lead early. We'll see if they can keep this pressure up off a miraculous goal on that second one there, and Schmaltz finally getting on the board. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll be back after the short commercial break. $6:39, I believe, left in the first. All Utah so far as they're up 3-0. It's seeming to be a pattern in these Utah games where the opposition, for about the first somewhere between 3 to 7, usually about 5 minutes, will control this game, and then Utah kind of decides their own destiny from there. If they're able to get the attack and the offense going, usually it goes in Utah's favor. But if Utah does not, if they let Vegas or anybody get control of the game early, kind of spells disaster for them. So far, able to keep control of it and doing well. Vegas or Utah tying it all up around the Vegas zone, not able to get any shots in front though. Stenlin keeping it in at the left side. Doesn't matter though. Vegas back up the other way. Pearson dumping that in on net. Stauber not able to grab the rebound. Doesn't matter. Utah will grab it for him instead. Carcone tied up, or Kraus tied up instead. Sorry. Mata with it back down in the Utah zone. Quick passes up. It'll end up behind the Vegas net. Samsonov will push that to the right side. Vegas looking to clear. Stolen by Keller in front. Schmaltz with it. Back to Kessling at the right point. Forced to ring that around behind the net. Quick passes up. Keller with it now. Trying to get that back to the left point for Schmaltz. He'll get to it eventually. Back to Keller behind the net. Tied up in the left corner. He'll push left side. Trying to get to Schmaltz in front. Poked away. Kessling will grab it out of the Vegas zone. He'll dump it right back in instead. Samsonov, he'll leave it for Haig behind the Vegas net. Quick passes up by Vegas. Will end up in neutral ice. Keller will grab it instead with 5.5 left in the first now. Cooley. He'll dump it right side of the Vegas zone. Korzak trying to dump that out right side will be kept in instead. Cooley racing for it. He'll get to it at the left side. Doubling back, he'll get it back to the left point for Gunther. Back to Cooley. Gunther moving up to the slot. Over the left side for Bortuzzo. Back to Gunther. Quick shot in front. That will deflect to the right side. Vegas trying to clear. They will, but Bortuzzo will pick it right back up and neutralize. Quick passing up by Gunther. Not able to get it to able to get it to Cooley. Cooley not able to get back into the zone. He'll get it up to Gunther. He'll get in the zone for him. Quick passes up to Cooley. Left back for Gunther. Can't get a shot off though. Haig with it looking to clear, and they finally will, and they'll clear it down deep into Utah's zone. Over to Mata right side. Quick passes up though as Vegas forced to change off that long rush by Utah. Bukestad up the other way again. Tries to push that on net, just barely misses that. Push to the right side instead. Vegas looking to clear. They will. Dorofeev able to get the quick, or Hannafin able to get the quick passes up needed. Back down to the Vegas zone. Samsonov right on net. He'll make that easy stop. Vegas looking to clear. They will. Utah will grab it right back instead. Bukestad looking to jump that around. Samsonov will slow it for him. Vegas pick it right back up in their own zone, looking to get it out and fully get it out this time. It'll end up in the Utah zone. They'll keep it in just for a second, tied up at the left point. Utah looking to clear. Won't, tied up along the left side boards. Utah will finally come away with it. Quick passes up for them. Bukestad will dump that left corner of the Vegas zone. 3:57 left in the first now. Now Dorofeev. Quick passes up by him. Eichel. He'll ring that around to the Utah zone. It'll end up right side. Trying to get a pass in front. Nothing there. Utah back up the other way again. Cutting through neutral ice. Kerfoot. He'll dump that right corner. Petrangelo able to get to it first. Hannafin will get the pass up to Hurdle now. Vegas moving in right side. Trying to get a pass over to Hurdle. Intercepted instead. Pass up by Utah. Petrangelo racing for it, but Carcone digging in. He'll get the shot on net, but saved by Samsonov there. 3:22 left in the first. Utah doing an excellent job of keeping Vegas tied up in their own zone, not letting any offensive pressure for them so far, making a pretty easy game for Stauber so far. Still plenty to play, though. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll be back after the short commercial break. 3:22 left in the first. Utah with a 3-0 lead and commanding this first period so far. Especially on the last rushes, they're doing an excellent job of keeping the puck in the Vegas zone, even if they don't have a great shot or great chances to get the passes in front or anything. Keeping it in that Vegas zone, tiring those players out, so that when they did finally clear it for that third time there, had to force it into the Utah zone and had to just change. Couldn't even have one man up on the rush there. Just had to change everybody out on the ice. Great job by Utah there. Schmaltz, quick back pass in front for Keller. That'll go wide. Kept in at the right side. Pushed to Cooley behind the net. Keller, he'll get that back to Sergachev. Over to Mata at the right side. Trying to get to Schmaltz. Not quite able to. Keller not able to grab that. Vegas moving up the other way quickly. Schwint trying to get that out. It'll dump into the Utah zone just for a second, though. Mata with a quick pass up. Utah moving back in. Left to Keller at the right side. Walking the line, he'll get that over to Mata. Left back to Keller. Kessel ring, pass that over to the left side. Big shot from Keller, saved in front by Samsonov, able to just get enough of that to grab the rebound and push that out. Utah pick it right back up in their own zone, though. 2.5 left in the first now. Shots tied at 10. Utah with the 3 that matter so far. Maselli moving up quickly. He'll get in left side. Pressured. He'll throw something to the net. That'll go wide. Kept in by Kessling at the right point. Bukestad trying to grab that pass. Won't be able to. It'll bounce past him. Kraus will keep it in regardless, though. Down at the left point now. Kraus with it. Over to Kessling right side. He'll double back to the right point. Left for Maselli. Circling that right side, moving up with it now. Force deep in the right corner, trying to get something in front, not quite able to. Will trying to get it able to. Doesn't matter. Utah with it back at the left point now. Shot in front, that'll go wide instead. Trying to get a rebound there, nothing instead. Utah still in control of it behind the Vegas net. Trying to get a pass over to Cole down at the right point. Vegas able to get just enough of that. It'll bounce out of their own zone. Minute 35 left in the first. Maselli was able to get that pass to Kraus in front, just not able to get the shot off. The main issue there. Utah trying to move back into the Vegas zone quickly, not quite able to. Sergachev, he'll dump it in right side. It'll bounce left side. Vegas trying to clear that around their own net. It'll bounce in front. Cooley, I believe, scored. Odd bounce. Utah up 4 now. That's not the one. That's the one. We'll have to see on the replay exactly how that one went in. Cooley looking like he scored there. Either he swung that out of midair or just took a bounce there. Thrown to the front. Oh my goodness. Kept in at the left point, thrown in front. Cooley just, I don't know if that was intentional or not by him, but just tips that in front. Beautiful tip regardless. And Utah up 4 now. 1:16 left in the first. Cooley, his 6th of the season. Motto with the assist, his 2nd of the season. Center ice draw, Utah win it. They'll dump it around. Samsonov not able to slow that. Doesn't really try, though. Haig trying to push that around. Barely almost bounces in front for Stenlin. Kerfoot will grab it. He'll push it down to the right side. Doesn't matter. It will bounce up into the netting instead. 1:03 left in the first. Shot sitting 12-10 in favor of Utah. Just an incredible, just Mata throwing that to the front, just try and get something going while the offense is hot. Cooley in the right spot at the right time. Beautiful tip there. Utah up 4-0. Left side draw in the Vegas zone. Kerfoot and Roy tied up at the dot. Haig able to come away with it, moving around the Vegas net, looking to clear that right side. Tied up by Bortuzzo, though, was Hurdle. Still able to keep control of it. He'll pass that to the right side of the Vegas zone. Vegas finally able to move that up out of their own zone. Moves it just too well, however. Back down for an icing. 49.5 left in the first now. In this period, just all Utah after those first few minutes. Vegas got set up early. They did take that early power play, or that early penalty. Utah with the power play there wasn't able to get anything set up. So Vegas had the momentum in their favor, but then Utah took control, and it's been all Utah so far. Right side draw again. One back by Utah. Sergachev looking to throw something in front. McBain will grab it in the left corner. Trying to throw that in front for Gunther. Over to Mata now at the right side. Throwing something in front. Trying to get that McBain with the rebound there. Not quite able to. Kept out by Samsonov. Dumped back down to the Utah zone. Mata will get to it first. Hurdle there with pressure, but Mata will just wait behind the Utah net. 25 seconds left. Quick passes up through the neutral zone. Utah will dump it in right side. Gunther with it. Trying to throw something from an angle. It'll go wide. Utah trying to keep it in. Won't be able to. Cooley will grab back in the Utah zone. 12 seconds left in the first. Mata with it. Dumping around it for Sergachev in the right corner of the Utah zone. Dumped all the way back down to neutral ice. 2 seconds left, and that will be the end of the first. Final shots at the end of the first before they fix it during intermission. 13-10 in favor of Utah, and Utah with a dominant performance in this first period. 4-0 lead for them. Additionally, 4 different scores. Just neat there. And Schmaltz finally gets on the board. We'll see if Utah can keep any of this momentum up. And Vegas is going to need to answer back with anything. However, Utah team Not one to start periods great. We'll see if Vegas can take advantage of that. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll see you back after the first intermission in 15. Welcome back as we get ready to start the second period. Utah up 4-0 against Vegas going into the second. Some stats before we get into the second. Shots setting 12-10 in favor of Utah. Vegas actually winning face-off percentages here. 9-6 in favor of Vegas. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play so far tonight. Hits 4-1 in favor of Vegas and block shots 6-3 in favor of Utah. This beginning of this period is going to be crucial. If Utah wants to keep up the pressure they have going, they need to come out of the gate swinging. If they can keep up the pressure they ended most of that last period with and just stay consistent on offense, keep that defense running as well as they have been, this will be crucial for them. If they let Vegas even get a little bit of this game back, then it will spell disaster for them, I feel. Because I feel Vegas is the team, once they get any bit of momentum, it's gone. So if Utah can come out swinging, get this going here, if Stauber can keep playing well like he has been, because the shots would indicate it's been a much closer game, but that's because Vegas is taking advantage of their limited rushes, getting the shots on net at least. Utah taking their time, more in the zone, finding those better shots. Samsonov has stopped what he can, and for the most part, let in goals that he couldn't stop. So we'll see if he can keep that up. Hurdle Bukestad on the center ice draw. Vegas will win it. They'll dump it into the Utah zone. Stauber behind the Utah net. He'll give it up to Sergachev. Quick passes up by Utah. Bukestad with it. There'll be a fight at center ice, actually. Kraus and who else? Haig on the tilt here. Both going for it. Haig down for just a second. Both still going at it, but refs breaking this one up. Not exactly how I thought the first would start there, especially seeing as Vegas wins that draw there. Could have had some pressure going there, but guess Kraus and Haig decided otherwise. Guess they just had enough. Maybe something was said. Oh, just likely they hit against the boards there. Both look at each other, decide, hey, you want to do this? And both did. Both getting 5-minute majors for fighting there. However, that will be offsetting penalties there, so nothing for either teams. That stays 5-on-5. Not huge losses for both teams, although Kraus does play a good game, plays good forechecking, just not as great an offense as you'd like from Kraus at times. And Haig's been present tonight, so could be worse. Players to lose, could be better. So we'll see if Vegas can answer back now. Trying to move in front for Theodore, trying to get that shot off. Tied up along the right boards. Hurdle in front, trying to get a shot off. Stauber grabs just enough of it. That play blown dead there as Vegas trying to rush the front of the net off that faceoff win. Not able to get any shots on net, but will get pushed to the front instead. Stauber grabs just enough. 19:39 left in the first. Or not in the first, we're in the second now. Yeah, Vegas pulls that puck off that right side wall, drives to the front. Hurdle trying to get the backhand shot off there. Tied up by Sergachev. Can't quite get anything going there. It'll just bounce right into the crease. Stauber able to reach across and just grab enough of it. Right side draw again. Vegas will win it back to Theodore. Big shot right onto the chest of Stauber. He will hold for the save. And just like that, shot's tied up at 12 again. Vegas, you can tell that they, much like the first, coming out swinging. If you're Vegas, you cannot sit back in a situation like this. You have to come out angry. You're down 4-0 in the first. This is not a situation you want to be in at all. Does not matter what time of the game. So coming out swinging like this is exactly what you want from Vegas. Right side draw again. Will be pushing to the right corner. Utah looking to clear. It'll catch a body in front, though. Vegas will keep it in along the right side boards. Hurdle trying to get a shot in front. That also catches a body. Rawal will push around for Kolasar. Kolasar tries to push that across in front. Kept in by Theodore. Shot. Hits a body, goes wide. Kessling trying to clear that out. Left side, Carcone will get to it. He'll push it out, but Theodore will grab it in neutral ice now. He'll ring that around right side of the Utah zone. Will end up in the left corner. Kessling trying to push that back around. Doesn't matter. Back up to Carcone. Moving up quickly. He's got Stenlin with him. Moving across. Shot. He'll score. Carcone moved in with speed up the right side. As the Vegas defender catches an edge there, not able to move up on the rush, Utah takes advantage. 5-0 now for Utah early in this first, or early in the second now. I believe it was Korzak there who catches an edge and just moves up ice quickly. Petrangelo tries his best to battle that 2-on-1, but Carcone, in all alone, has tons of time, tons of space. Moves in, perfect 5-hole shot. Samsonov does not even move. Utah up 5 now. Run around to the right side of the Vegas zone. Utah fighting to keep it in at the right side. Mata trying to get it up to Gunther. Vegas looking to clear. They will. Vegas up with speed now. Racing up for it is Eichel, trying to get a pass in front door. Fav, it'll bounce in front, saved by Stauber. 18:40 left in the second, and already a ton happening. Looking at that Utah goal. Carcone, his first of the season as well, so the second person tonight to get their first. Kerfoot and Kessling with the assists, their fourth and ninth of the season, respectively. That goal, a minute and 2 into the period. Just Utah all. Vegas had their opportunities. They got set up in the Utah zone early, but catching that edge there, Utah takes advantage. We'll see if they can continue that pressure like they have been. I have no doubts that they can. Maselli with it now. Quick passes up. Trying to get it through the neutral zone. Vegas will dump it right back into the Utah zone instead. Barbashev, he'll get that deep. Back to the point. Shot. Flex wide. Saved by Stauber. Cooley fighting for it. Vegas trying to get a pass in front. It'll flex to the right side post. Stauber there to grab that and hold. 18-16 now left in the second. Shots tied at 13, but Utah, with the ones that matter, up 5-0. Just an 14-13 now for Vegas as it decides to update. Just an incredible effort so far by Utah tonight. Battling Vegas equally, just matching everything they have and more. Left side draw, Vegas will win that back. They'll dump that right side. Nobody there to grab it because they're already tied up at the left side circle. Both teams racing for it. Utah come away with it. Stenlin, a quick pass up to Hayden, trying to move in right side. He'll dump that deep into the Vegas zone. Theodore racing to get to it. Keller with pressure, though. Tied up along the right side, thrown to the left side now, trying to get that shot in front. Valimaki will tie it up in the left corner. Schmaltz trying to get it. He will. Held up the left side. He'll dump it back around for Keller. He'll push that right side. Bortuzzo trying to race for it. Hayden trying to come away with it tied up. Keller now with it behind the Vegas net. Back to Valimaki at the left point. Cross Bortuzzo at the right point. Back behind the net for Hayden. Bortuzzo not able to grab that. It'll bounce out of the Vegas zone. He'll double back into the Utah zone. Quick passes up. He'll dump that back into the Vegas zone for the icing, though. 17:29 now left in the second. Just Utah with great opportunities, even on defense, playing extremely well tonight. Just not letting Vegas get those. Well, Vegas getting those opportunities, but not plentiful. Not like Utah's been doing, where they've had that sustained pressure in the zone. Instead, Utah forcing Vegas to just throw what they have at the zone. You know, if you're only given a few minutes in the zone, you're going to try and take advantage of that, especially down 5. So Utah doing great. And then keeping it in the Vegas zone again, much like the first, as that puck bounces up out into the Utah bench there. Blown dead, 17-16 now left in the second. But continuing that pressure from the first, just keeping that into the Vegas zone and keeping it deep in the Vegas zone as well. Pushing it back between the points, but keeping it deep. And not just keeping it at the point where it might bounce out or Vegas can quickly poke it out. Forcing Vegas to fight for it in the corners. Utah doing a great job fighting for it. Right side draw outside the Vegas zone. They'll win it back into their own zone. Tied up in neutral ice along the left side boards. Will bounce into the Utah zone. Kessler will grab it, moving around the net quickly. Quick passes up. He'll get that out. It'll bounce up in on net for Samsonov. He'll hold as Utah trying to get set up in the Vegas zone again. This period definitely a lot slower so far in these first few minutes than the first was. That first was a lot more action from Utah, not letting Vegas slow it down at all. Vegas taking it a bit slower so far in the second. We'll see if that is what they need to really battle through this Utah offense, because they have not been able to do much. Utah win at the right side, Bortuzzo, or at the left side. over to the right side. Bortuzzo with it. He'll dump it around. He'll keep it in at the right point as it bounces back to him. Valimaki at the left point now. Run deep into the left corner for Cooley. He'll move back to the point over to Bortuzzo. He'll throw one in front, looks for a tip. That'll deflect wide. Cooley will grab it. He'll push it around to the right side. Off the skate of Bortuzzo. McBain able to grab that. Gunther with it. Tied up in the right corner, though. Both still fighting for it. McBain has control for a second. Petrangelo fighting for it, though. Schwint trying to grab it out. Gunther with a shot that deflects wide. Not quite able to get enough of it. In front, Samsonov gets the save there. Cooley trying to get his second of the night. Not able to grab it there as that puck just kind of bounces in front. Samsonov not set at all. Yeah, behind the net. Schwint tries to clear it out. Utah able to keep that in right side as Gunther kind of fans on that shot. Samsonov doesn't quite know where that ends up. It'll bounce up in front, but he's able to get across in time, get reset to get that goal saved, or not that goal, just that shot saved there. Right side, Vegas will win it in their own zone. Moving out left side, they'll dump it back to McNabb in the right corner. Pass over and up out of the Vegas zone finally. Hurdle, pass across to the left side. Back in front for Kolesar, not able to get a shot off. Kessling with pressure though. Back down to the left point. Vegas with it. Shot from the left point, looks for deflection in front. Korzak not able to grab that. Carcone moving up. He'll get it up to Kerfoot. Cross to Stenlin at the right side. Trying to move in front. He'll force to the left side instead. Pressured around. Vegas back up the other way now. Kolesar. Pass over to Hurdle. Bounce over a stick just for a second. They'll be able to grab control of it. Push deep into the right corner of the Utah zone, though. Utah dump back behind their own net. Sergachev will grab it. He'll push it over to the left side. Big cross-ice pass up to Stenlin. A whistle blown there as Utah will go on the power play, it looks like. Yes, they will. Hurdle will be taking a 2-minute tripping against Stenlin. So Utah with a second opportunity tonight to get something on the power play. That first one early in the game, so not quite set up and moving yet. We'll see if with the momentum of being up 5-1, this Utah offense can get something going off this power play. Granted, you're up 5-0. If you can't get anything going on this power play, it's not the end of the world. As long as you don't allow Vegas to get a shorthanded, that's your main goal there. Utah back to Sergachev at the point now. Over to Keller at the right side. Deep for Cooley, tries to get Schmaltz set up in front. Carlson able to grab it first, racing up the ice, cutting through neutral zone. Trying to get it across to Eichel, not able to get that going though. Vegas back in their own zone with control. Pass across to Petrangelo, moving across the line left side. Can't quite get a shot off, tied up in the left corner instead. Cooley will grab it in the Utah zone, moving up. Big pass up to Gunther, moving up. He'll leave it back for Keller. Keller in front for Sergachev. Pass across. Cooley not able to grab enough of that. Samsonov way out of the net there. Schmaltz looking for one. He'll score. That's 2 tonight for Schmaltz. Able to get his first, and the floodgates start rolling. That is 2 second-hand. Or no, that's not. That's power play goal for Utah, not 2 shorthanded. Utah with just some good passing. They get it back in the zone, get it set up. Samsonov way out of the net there. Stops for a second, doesn't know where that puck ends up. Cooley gets that first shot. Samsonov tries to push it further out, but Keller, I believe, with the pass up to Schmaltz. And this game 6-0 now. Looking at that goal, Schmaltz, his second of the game and second overall on the power play tonight. Cooley and Gunther with the assists, their 14th and 11th respectively. Vegas calls their timeout off after that. Slow this game down, see what they can do. I'm curious if Samsonov will keep playing this. The way he's been playing, I say you throw Hill in at this point. We're about 25 minutes into this game. You're down 6-0. Shots hitting 16-14 in favor of Utah. Do you not throw Hill in at this point? What do you have to lose? You're already down 6-0. It's clear Samsonov is not having a night. So it doesn't look like they're pulling Samsonov, not that I have seen. But you got to wonder how much longer he's going to be in this game. Yeah, currently 10 for 16 with a 625 save percentage for Samsonov tonight. That is just not his night. Staying in, though. Utah wins center ice draw. They'll dump it into the Vegas zone. Vegas will come to it first, trying to clear that out left side. It'll bounce in front. Utah barely able to keep that in. Bortuzzo racing left side, trying to push it deep. Valimaki will keep it in. He'll push it left side again. Vegas will grab behind their own net. Trying to clear it out right side. Howden tied up with it. He'll push it around for Haig. Trying to get it up back to Howden. Utah fighting for it along the right side boards. It'll bounce out of the Vegas zone. Bortuzzo quick passes up though. Bukestad not able to hold that. He'll push that back to the Utah zone for Valimaki. Quick pass up to Maselli. Doubling back in the Utah zone. Pressured. Quick pass up in the neutral ice. Dumped into the Vegas zone. Haig will grab it behind the Utah net. Or behind the Vegas net, sorry. Vegas able to get into the Utah zone. Barbashev with it. Trying to get that to Eichel. He'll grab it in the right corner. Cole with pressure, though. That will be a delayed penalty on Utah, I believe. Likely an interference call, if I had to take a stab at it. Regardless, Vegas on the power play. We'll see what the call is. Yes, Cole, 2 minutes for interference against Eichel behind the net. We'll see if this is the spark that really gets Vegas going. Because Utah dominant so far tonight, up 6-0. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll be back after the short commercial break. $13.29 left in the first. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. There we go. Utah dominating 6-0 so far tonight. Vegas with an opportunity here going on the power play as Cole, I believe, yes, Cole taking that 2-minute interference call against Eichel just kind of ties him up behind the net just for too long, though. We'll see if this is, if anything, can get Vegas going. They had the opportunity during the first there, but that Utah penalty kill able to get enough out. And Samsonov during that penalty with that bad pass right through the front, Kerfoot with the steal there that kind of kept that momentum going. We'll see what they can do. Left side for Eichel of the Utah zone now. 1:45 in the power play. Theodore, he'll give that right back to Eichel. Trying to get something set up. Carlson, the one there, trying to get that in front of Hurdle, not quite able to. Sergachev will grab it. Looking to clear that out, he will. Here's Utah back up the other way. Kerfoot, he'll leave it back for Stenlin. Stenlin a shot in front. Samsonov, he'll dive for the save. Not a minute. 12:55. A lot more in the minute there. Left in the second, 1:27 left in the power play. Shot sitting 18-15 for Utah. The advantage there. Utah up 6-0, and now with the offensive zone face-off. Right side draw. The Vegas will win that back, but Utah able to clear enough time off the power play there. Passes up to Petrangelo. He'll dump that in left corner of the Utah zone. McBain looking to clear that out. Will be kept in by Vegas. Tied up along the left side boards. McBain fighting for it, able to push that around to the right side. Petrangelo there to grab it. He'll push back to the right point. Moving around, Hannafin. Back to Petrangelo, looks for a shot in front. Saved by Stauber, though. A minute and 1 second left on the power play now. 12:29 left in the second. Utah doing a great job. I mean, all night, but doing a great job specifically here on this one of getting it in that, getting it in the Vegas zone and deciding, you know what, we know Samsonov is shaky tonight. Let's just throw something at the net. And it seems like if somebody was there to pick up a rebounder that bounces the wrong way, that could have went in. Luckily, Samsonov able to hold that one. Vegas trying to get something set up. It'll bounce out of the Utah zone, trying to get set up through neutral ice now. Doubling back into their own zone. Hannafin with it. Pass up to Petrangelo. 40 seconds left on the Vegas power play now. Moving in left side. Pass across to Roy. Trying to move up to the right dot. He'll pass that back to Petrangelo. Barbashev not able to get anything going there. Krause. He'll slow at the red line. He'll dump it in. Just barely prevents the icing there. He'll throw it on net regardless, so it wouldn't have mattered. Samsonov will leave it behind the Vegas net. 20 seconds left. Well, 15. Vegas able to get back in the zone, trying to get that up to Petrangelo up front. He'll grab it in the right corner instead. Trying to get a pass in front. Tied up in the left corner. Holtz with it. Or in the right corner, tied up with it. Forced back to the right point. Roy trying to get something in front. Utah will kill off that penalty. Here's Cole up the other way quickly. He'll dump that into the Vegas zone. Kerfoot trying to dig away at it left side boards. Roy able to poke that just enough that Vegas will get that out of the zone. Moving up with it now. Trying to get that over to Holtz. Everybody clustered along those right side boards, though. Stenlin able to pick that away. Utah quick passing. Carcone with it. Tied up on neutral ice, though. Able to keep that away. They'll dump it into the Vegas zones. Maselli racing for it. Korzak trying to clear that out. Bukestad will grab it instead. It'll bounce up into the netting. Play blown dead with 10:47 left in the second. Shot setting 19-16 in favor of Utah. And another dominant penalty kill by Utah tonight. I have a feeling after last night's performance where they did not do great on the penalty kill, which typically they have been. Granted, you are facing the Edmonton power play there, but regardless, probably really reinforced the penalty on the practice there. So clearly paying off tonight. Maselli circling the back of the zone. Circling the left point now, trying to shake off. Shot there, flex in front. That'll go wide instead. Kessling not able to grab that. It'll circle all the way back down to the Utah zone. 10.5 now. He'll wait behind the net. Schwint there with pressure. He's got Howden with him, though. Both waiting in the Utah zone. Kessling patient behind the Utah net. Finally moving up with it. Pass right up front through both of them. Left back for Carcone. Trying to tip that up to Maselli. Not quite able to. Nobody at the right side of the Vegas zone to pick that up. But Vegas themselves quickly back up over the line. Catches a corner in the right. Catches an edge in the right corner. Not able to get set up there. Maselli. Pass across to the left side. Left back for Carcone. Carcone, a shot. Bounces up into the netting. Play blown dead with 9:57 now left in the third. Not the third. It's not the third yet. It's the second still. 9:57 left in the second. All Utah, except for a few minutes at the beginning of each period so far. Utah up 6-0. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll be back after the short commercial break. 9:57 left to go in the second. A quick addendum to a couple goals here, or a couple notes. Regarding the fourth Utah goal, the Cooley one, Sergachev with the secondary assist there that was not added earlier. That is his 10th of the season. And a special note regarding Kerfoot's shorthanded goal. That is the first shorthanded goal in Utah Hockey Club history. So congrats to him on that honor. Regardless, all Utah so far. What do you say at this point that has not already been said? Right side draw of the Vegas zone. Keller with it. He'll get that back to Mott at the right side point. Sergachev trying to throw something in front, tied up by Olofsson instead, tied up along the left side boards. Both teams fighting will end up in the left corner of the Vegas zone. Trying to clear Olofsson, trying to grab that. It'll bounce back up to Keller, trying to race for it behind the Vegas net. Hayton there, racing for it in the left corner. He'll try and get that back to Keller, able to successfully get that to him. Keller looking for a tip in front, or not Keller, Schmaltz looking for a tip in front to complete the hat trick tonight. As Keller able to get that beautiful pass down to the right point to, let's see, I believe that was to Mata, able to get that pass up. It was. It will throw that in front. Shot going wide, but Schmaltz deciding, hey, let's throw something on net. See what sticks. Shot setting 20-16 in favor of Utah now. 9:25 left in the second. Right side draw again in the Vegas zone. They'll win it back, moving behind their own net. Dorofeev. Pass up to Eichel. Eichel, slick little move between his legs. Able to get that into the Utah zone now. Force left corner. Trying to get that in front to Dorofeev. Bounces wide. I believe Cole able to get a stick on that one. Kessling trying to clear that out. Utah will moving into the Vegas zone. McBain racing for it. Gunther trying to get that across to him on the rush. Not able to. Vegas back up the other way. Eichel, he'll dump it in left side. Dorofeev tied up along the left side boards. He'll force to push that around to the right side. Nobody there but Cole or McBain to grab that. He'll dump that right side of the Vegas zone. Dumps it just a little too well, though, as they get to the icing. So back down to the Utah zone we will go with 8:43 left in the second. Vegas, what can be said is Vegas, when they've had chances in the Utah zone, they have been good chances. Stauber not playing an easy game so far tonight. Has had some good quality shots on net. Just Vegas not able to get set up as much as they'd like. Utah able to put the pressure on them in their own zone. So when they can get in the Utah zone, not as effective as they'd like. Korzak looking for that shot there. It'll bounce up over the net as they win the left side draw of the Utah zone. Rawa able to push that back to left point. That'll bounce wide. Korzak back with it. Trying to ring that around. Rawa will pick it up. Tied up along the refs in the right side point now. Colasar fighting for it. McBain also digging away at it now. Almost had it for a sec. Cole bounce around to the left corner. Kessling there to pick it up, looking to clear, and he will. It'll bounce up through neutral ice, though. Vegas moving back up quickly. Hurdle throws a shot that'll be deflected wide, saved by Stauber there. Deflected up into the netting for the play blown dead there. 8:08 left in the second. Shots now sitting 20-18. The shots show a very different picture to the score here, because yeah, once Vegas can get into the Utah zone, they have had some good quality chances on net, some good offensive pressure, but Samsonov just not playing his greatest game tonight, and that Utah offense really clicking. Vegas tied up behind the Utah net. Pearson trying to get that away. Bounce off Valimaki, not able to hold that. Stauber will push that to the right corner. Utah finally able to clear. Not able to pick it up and neutralize, though. Vegas back in their own zone with it. Theodore. Pass across to McNabb. Vegas will tip that in left side of the Utah zone. Bortuzzo racing for it. Will end up in the right corner. Valimaki tips that up. Nobody there to grab it but Theodore. He'll dump that back to the right corner. Valimaki tied up by Schwint. Able to grab just enough of it. Utah able to get it out and with control. Pass up to Carcone. Moving up the left side. Shot. Gloved down by Samsonov. 7:21 left in the second now. Utah up on that rush there. Kerfoot with a great pass up to Carcone. They're able to get just enough of it to him. Nice saucer right through everybody. Pressured away to the left side there. Does not want to really move that around the zone. So he just throws that on net. Samsonov with a beautiful glove save. You got to admit there. Nicely done there. Utah will have the draw in the Vegas zone now. So if nothing else, they can get set up in that zone as long as they win this faceoff here. 7:21 left in the second. Score 6-0. Turney talking with Carcone on the bench there, just kind of showing him the pointers, I guess, of what he probably could do a little better on that. Left side draw, Utah win it back. Sergachev over to Mark, big shot that'll go wide. Bukestad will pick it up along the left side board, or right side board, pushing in the right corner. Sergachev racing to keep that in at the right point as Mata pushed deep there. Over to Maselli with it. Tied up along the left side, trying to get that pass across. Still has control of it even. Can't get it into the right corner. Vegas able to intercept. Utah tries to poke that away from him. Not quite able to. Vegas up the other way quickly. Olafson can't quite get set up. He'll bounce back out of the Utah zone. Hagel pick it up. Quick passes up by then. They'll dump it left corner. Sergachev there to pick it up instead. Mata quick passes up. Here's Maselli with it. Pass across to Kraus. Misses the opportunity to get that back. Vegas up the other way now. Moving in left side. Slowing at the point. Shot that'll go wide. Barbashev not able to grab that. Maselli will dump that back into the Vegas zone. Hannafin racing for it. He'll grab it behind the Vegas net. Moving up with it. He'll get in left side. He'll leave it back. Hannafin will pick it right back up, though. Tied up in the left corner. Has Eichel to help him. Can't quite get that back to him, though. He'll pick it up, trying on the second attempt. He finally will, but still tied up in the left corner. Forced to push that back to left point. Hannafin now able to get back to the right point. He'll dump that back into the left corner back for Eichel. Kesselring. Dorofeev tying him up. Eichel and Schmaltz fighting for it. Schmaltz able to get just enough of that. Up to Cole. Keller with it now. Cutting in through the middle. Pass across to the left side, or to the right side for Schmaltz. Hayden able to keep that in. It'll bounce up to Eichel in the left side dot. Able to push that out of the Vegas zone. Does it just too well, though, as it bounces back down for the icing. 5:34 now left in the second. Shot sitting 21-18. You can tell on that last rush there, Keller probably trying to feed Schmaltz there, trying to get him a hat trick tonight. He had 2 on the night, so not out of the question for him to be trying to get that third, especially with his first and second coming tonight. The confidence boost to get that hat trick tonight would be huge. Left side draw in the Vegas zone. Eichel almost kicked out of the dot. He'll circle back. It'll be him and Cooley on the draw. Cooley win that back to Gunther. End up to Sergachev. Quick shot on net. Pushed away by Vegas, though. Trying to clear that out left side. Valimaki will keep it in, tied up along the boards. Delayed penalty on Vegas. Gunther will hold. Trying to get that across the left side. Back to Gunther. Down at the point. Back to Sergachev. Hits a Vegas body. It'll bounce to the left side. Back to Cooley. Back to Keller. Shot from the point. It'll bounce into the right corner. Hannafin able to get a stick on that. And Vegas back to the box. Dorofeev taking a 2-minute tripping against Valimaki. So Utah already up 6. Vegas with 2 opportunities not on the power play. Utah with 1 so far. We'll see if they can do anything on the second one. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll see this power play once we come back from commercial break. 5:03 left in the first as Utah back on the power play. Dorofeev to the box for a 2-minute tripping against Valimaki. You can tell the Vegas crowd did not like that one, did not like that call. Neither did the players on the ice there, but doesn't matter. Regardless, Utah up 6-0, shots hitting 22-18. We'll see if they can get something going on this power play. One for two tonight so far. We'll see if they can make that 2 for 3. Left side draw in the Vegas zone. Vegas won that back into the left corner. Trying to clear that out. Right side, Keller will pick it up instead. Moving in deep, trying to get that back to Schmaltz. Cooley, he'll get that back to Sergachev. Cooley at the right side. Tied up deep. Keller deep with it. He'll get that back to the right point for Sergachev. Moving into the slot. Back to Cooley. Sergachev back with it. Cooley, big shot from the right side, hits a body in front. Vegas with control, looking to clear, and they will bounce all the way back down to the Utah zone. 1:25 left on the power play now. 4:25 left in the period. The second. Utah back in their own zone. Moving in, they'll get that right side. Sergachev will barely keep that in line at the right side. Back to Keller. Back behind the net now. Cooley with it the left side. He'll leave that for Gunther. Back to Cooley. Deep behind the net, moving right side. Pressured in the right corner. He'll get that back to Sergachev at the point. Moving to the left side, back to Cooley down at the right dot now. Keller trying to get that to Schmaltz in front. Can't quite get that shot off. Gunther will race for it. He'll dump that back around to the right side. Cooley not able to get anything set up there. He'll push that back to left side. Sergachev back over to Keller at the right side now. Pressured, moving deep with it. Back to Cooley behind the Vegas net. Trying to get that back to Keller. Vegas trying to clear, not quite able to. 25 seconds left on the power play now. Big shot from Schmaltz goes wide. Sergachev back to Keller. Trying to get that in front for Schmaltz. Can't quite hold that pass, though. Vegas able to clear that all the way back down to the Utah end. 12 seconds left on the Utah power play. This should be cleared off by Vegas. 3:07 left in the second now. 4 seconds, and this will be cleared off by Vegas. So Utah 1 for 3 tonight. Able to get into the zone just for a sec. Big pass up to Dorofeev right out of the box. In right side of the Utah zone. Back to Eichel. Tied up along the right side boards, though. Pass across left point. Looking for a tip in front. Just barely goes wide. Eichel and Dorofeev fighting for it along the right side boards. Theodore trying to race for it. Not quite able to. McNabb will grab it instead. Quick pass back up to Dorofeev. Right side. Looking for a shot. Saved by Stauber. Pushes that rebound out a little further than you'd like, though. Vegas able to pick that right back up. Theodore fakes the shot, trying to look for one from the right point there, not able to. Barbashev tied up behind the net. Dorofeev trying to feed that in front to Eichel, not quite able to. Utah looking to clear, they will. Will bounce down to the Vegas blue line, looking to clear that back up quickly. It's Dorofeev, tied up along the left side boards and neutral ice, though. Back up to him, not quite able to hold the pass as well as he'd like. Forced to double back to the blue line. Eichel, shot in front, saved by Stauber. Trying to pick up that rebound. Korzak back with it. He'll ring that around into the left corner. Bukestad looking to clear. He will. All the way back down. No icing, though. Vegas pick that right back up in their own zone. Roy trying to race for it. He'll ring it around to the left side of the Utah zone in front for Kolesar. Over to Korzak. Shot in front, save. Hurdle with the rebound. Another shot saved there. Couple rebounds there as both teams getting to know each other in front after that one. Stauber making all the saves he needs to. 1:33 left in the second. Shot sitting 24-22 in Vegas's favor now, so they have the shot lead again. After that big rush there, just thrown in the front, Hurdle with a beautiful save. Kolesar digging away at it, trying to get a second rebound there. Stauber able to just save enough what he needs to. Beautiful play from him so far tonight. If you're Utah, you can't get in a situation where you're getting comfortable. I know there's only a minute and a half left in the period, but you got to clear it out. You got to get it back to the Vegas zone, keep that pressure on. There's been too many times where Utah's gotten comfortable this season and forced the goaltender to really stand on his back here. So we'll see if Utah can clear this out or at least keep it out of the net for at least another minute and a half. Left side dot outside the Utah zone. Petrangelo will win it now. Or Vegas will win it. Petrangelo will dump it in right side, looking for a tip in front. Both teams digging away at it. It'll bounce to the right side board. Sergachev looking to clear. He will. Hanifin racing for it. He's got Kerfoot with pressure, though. Forced to push that around to the left point of the Vegas zone, racing all the way back down to the Utah end now. Holtz trying to fight that away from Mata, not quite able to. A bounce keeps that into the Utah zone. Utah pick it right back up, though. Less than a minute now. Quick passes up to Stenlin. Stenlin throws in front. Samsonov not able to glove that down. Carcone fighting for it in the left corner, but Petrangelo able to keep just enough of it. Get that pass across. Here's Vegas moving back up the other way. They'll dump that in on net pretty much. Doesn't matter. Nobody there to pick it up. Utah trying to move back up. Clearly not able to. Theodore, quick passes up. Vegas not able to hold their passes. Theodore will keep it in the zone, throwing that in on net. Howden in front. Nobody there to pick up the pass in front he was trying to do. Utah very lucky on that one. Trying to throw a shot in front. Hits a body, though. Utah back up the other way. Keller. Tied up along the left side boards. He has Schmaltz to help him. Schmaltz trying to dump that deep. He will. Hayton. He'll push that to the right side. 8 seconds left. Back to Hayton. He'll leave that around for Valimaki at the left side boards. Utah just trying to keep it in the Vegas zone at this point, and that will kill the penalty, or not the penalty, that will kill the period off pretty much. That'll be the end of the second. Shots as of this second, 24-23. We'll see if they adjust to after the intermission. But Utah, Vegas has had their points during this period where it was mostly their control. But overall, Utah, dominant performance by them tonight. We'll see if they can keep this up for another 20 or if Vegas can rally back and make a big comeback tonight. We'll see what happens. Utah up 6-0 against Vegas. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll see you back after the second intermission in 15. Welcome back. So we get ready to start the third Utah versus Vegas. Utah up 6-0. Some stats before we get into the third. Shots sitting 24-23 in Vegas' favor. Face-off still in Vegas' favor, in fact. 24-16 Vegas' favor. Utah 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Vegas 0 for 2. Hits sitting 10-4 in favor of Vegas, and block shots sitting 14-6 in favor of Utah. Utah with Vegas had more opportunities during the second, no doubt. Looking at shots specifically broken down by period, Vegas actually had more during the second, 14-11. So they had opportunities, got into the zone, but Utah with better control, I would say. Vegas had more opportunities getting in the zone, getting more shots on net, but Stauber keeping them in, and Utah overall penalty kill the defense just doing great tonight, not letting Vegas get set up for too long. If Vegas throws something to the front, Stauber ices it, preventing Vegas from really getting that momentum or getting those rebounds set up. So great on him for that. And if he can't ice it himself, Utah doing a great job of just clearing it, of just getting it out. Well, not even just clearing it, actually. Correction to that, not clearing it, moving it out themselves. So we'll see if Vegas can answer back and do anything in this last third, or if Utah holds on just long enough for the win. Vegas won the opening draw. They'll dump it into the Utah zone, back behind the Utah net with it now. Bukestad tying up, looks like Rawa there. Back to Haig down at the point. Shot bounces in front, bounces up in front of Stauber, but able to grab that as that settles it down. 19:34 left in the third. Shot setting 25-23 Vegas. Once again, I have a feeling this is going to be similar to many periods we've seen so far from Utah, where Vegas controls early, or the opposition controls early. They get the early jump on the face-off, or on the period, and then after a while, Utah gets set up and gets something going. They have not done a great job of starting the periods, but once they get the momentum, they've been doing a lot better. Utah able to clear that all the way back down to the Vegas zone. Haig there to pick it up. Or not Haig, Hannafin there to pick it up. Dumping that in right side. Vegas trying to fight for it. Utah back up the other way. Shot on net, deflects wide. Samsonov with the save. Kerfoot. We'll get that around to Carcone. Carcone, the one with the shot earlier. Get back to Kerfoot along the right side. Back to Carcone. Tied up in the right corner, though, by Howden. Olofsson trying to fight away for it, not quite able to. Carcone trying to get that back to the right point for Kesselring, not quite able to. Utah forced double back into their own zone. 18:45 now left in the third. Kesselring moving up with speed up the right side. Force just chip that around. It'll get back behind the Vegas net. Looking to clear that left side. Tied up for just a second, but they finally will. Moving in deep right side of the Utah zone. Looking to try and get that back to the right point. Not quite able to. Utah back up the other way. Or at least for a second. Vegas able to steal that neutral ice. Eichel moving in. Stolen away instead by Mata. Trying to clear that. Barbashev will push that right in front to Eichel. Left for Dorofeyev. Shot that'll deflect wide. Saved by Stauber. Schmaltz trying to dig away at it. He looks to clear Keller instead. Now fighting for it. It'll bounce in front. Beautiful push there. Utah able to regain control. Mata back in the Utah zone. Waits for the change. Gets a long pass up. Gunther trying to race for it. Not quite able to settle that pass down. Instead, it's Pearson back up the other way. He'll get that to Schwint. Utah able to control. Here's Gunther moving back up the other way. Force just dump that in right side of the Vegas zone. Cooley can't quite ring it around at the speed he wants. McBain forced to push that right back to him. Right in front for Gunther. Whiffs on that shot. Not as much as he wants there. Not able to get a quality shot there. Bounces out of the Vegas zone. Where Tuzo able to get enough control to bounce back into the Vegas zone. Be rung around to the left side. Utah forced double back into their own zone just for a second. We'll finally get it back in the Vegas zone. Cooley, McBain looking to ring that around. The left side will bounce in front just for a sec. Kept in at the left point. Will bounce wide. Kessling will grab it at the right side boards. Doubling back to the right point. Forced to push that around. Korzak there to grab it. Looking to clear, but tied up in the left corner instead. He'll push that to Haig, but instead tied up behind the net instead of the corner. Bukestad coming away with it. Can't quite get the wraparound he wants. Kessling back to Bukestad. Shot will go wide. Tied up the left side. Vegas looking to clear. They finally will. Hurdle moving up. He's got Rawa with him. Shot. That'll go wide left side as everybody just kind of tumbles over each other there. Tied up on the left side boards. Kept in. Kolasar can't quite get that shot. It'll bounce to the right corner instead. Castering able to push, or trying to push that to Cole, tied up by Rawa instead. He'll pick it up, looks for a shot in front to Hurdle. That'll be saved by Stauber. Kolasar tied up in the left corner now. He'll get it to Rawa. Hurdle still in front, trying to get that to the right point instead. It'll bounce back to the right side. Kerfoot there to pick it up. Moving around left side, pressured though. He'll push that back behind the Utah net. Kessring able to grab it. Rawa with pressure, so Utah no time to settle that down. Will bounce up out of their own zone. They'll push it back in themselves, but with control. Up to Kerfoot. Forced to push that in right side of the Vegas zone. Vegas looking to clear that out right side. They will. Howden to pass up to Olofsson. Can't quite get that as far as he wants through neutral ice, but he dumped in left corner anyway. Stauber looking to push that left corner. He will. Tied up, a bounce in front. Carcone trying to grab it. Doesn't quite know where that ends up. It'll still be in the Utah zone. Carlson looking to be set up in front. Olofsson can't quite get anything on that shot. The Utah defense prevents that just in time. They'll push that back to left side boards. 15-15 left. Vegas will keep it in, though. Just for a second, though, Utah will clear that back down to the Vegas zone. McNabb. Pass across to Carlson. Back to McNabb in his own zone. Up to Theodore, still in his own zone. Schmaltz pressuring. So Vegas can't quite control it as softly as they'd like. Off a stick, it'll bounce back into the Vegas zone. Bouncing in front. Samsonov trying to grab that bouncing puck in front, not quite able to. Utah will keep it in. Keller, he'll dump it right corner. Hayton racing for it, but can't quite get anything there. McNabb will grab it, looking to clear that out. Left side, he will. All the way back down to the Utah zone for an icing, though. 14:32 left in the third. Shot sending 26-23 in favor of Vegas. You can definitely tell whatever. Is it still Bruce Cassidy? I think it's still Bruce Cassidy. Was saying during the intermission, or whatever Vegas did to hype themselves up, is working. Much better puck control in the Utah zone, much better offense in general moving into this third so far with a lot better control. Utah able to keep them out of the net so far, though. Utah trying to win that in the Vegas zone, not quite able to. It'll bounce back into their own zone, but they're controlling. Sergachev with it behind the Utah net. Passing that up the left side, not quite able to hold that as they enter the zone. Dorofeyev doesn't quite know where that ends up, but Eichel will push that back over to Hanifin now. Pass up to Eichel. Moving in left side, he's got Barbashev in front. Catches an edge in the corner, though. He'll lose control of that puck. Cooley with it instead. Flip deep into the right side corner. Racing is Cooley. Gunther, he'll steal that away along the left side boards. Cooley behind the Vegas net. Has McBain in front, but tied up. Valimaki in front. Shot that'll go wide anyway, but Vegas will pick it up. Big pass up. Cooley catches an edge just for a sec. Schwint shot saved by Stauber. 13:30 now. Vegas will keep that in along the left side boards. They'll ring around to the right corner now. Pearson trying to get a pass in front. Petrangelo. Shot goes wide. Vegas whiffs on that shot. Likely if they grab that one, that might have went in. Bounced down to the Vegas zone. Tied along the left side boards of the neutral zone. Vegas trying to push it back in. They finally will. Mata and Sergachev both racing for it. Mata able to get it to Sergachev in the right corner. Pass up. Keller able to just get enough of that to prevent that from bouncing any further than he'd like. Hayton will race in and grab it in the right corner of the Vegas zone. Brought down, though. Him and Korzak. Haig will grab it instead. Looking to clear that out left side. Tied up just for a sec. Vegas will move it right back out, though. Moving in is Rawa. Shot that'll go wide. Tied along the left side boards is Kolasar. Back to McNabb. A shot saved in front by Stauber. Keller able to get control of it behind the Utah net. Forced to push that to the left side. He was pressured by two people there. Or two Vegas. Vegas will dump it right back in. Stauber will hold it behind the Utah net instead. 12:15 left in the third. Shot still sitting 26-23. Kessling moving up. He'll get it to Bukestad, forced to push that in right corner of the Vegas zone. Vegas looking to clear that out. Olafson tied up by Kessling just for a sec, forced to pass that back to McNabb. He'll get that over to the right side. Nice deflection by Kraus there as he puts his body to block that pass. Would have been an offsides for Vegas. Doesn't matter though. Utah moving up just for a second. Olafson now back with it. Pass across in front. Carlson able to grab that pass. Howden wasn't able to control it. He'll put it back in the Vegas zone just for a second. Vegas on the rush again. Carlson moving in. Cutting through the middle, over to the left, or over to the right side. Shot goes wide. Tied up in the left side corner now. Howden trying to dig away at it. Both teams still fighting for it. It'll bounce in front. Hannafin able to grab it. He'll push that. He'll move to the right point. He'll push that back into the left corner, ringing that around the zone. Vegas back in control with it. Carlson. He'll push to the right side, back behind the Utah net. Valimaki trying to pick that up, not quite able to on his first attempt. Both teams digging at it behind the Utah net. Utah able to get just enough control. It'll bounce out. Maselli, it looks like, able to push that in, but it would have been on net, so no icing. 10:45 left in the third now. About half of the period left. Vegas with a quick pass up. Eichel moving up with speed up the left side. Looking for a wraparound, nothing there. Forced to the right corner, trying to get that to Barbashev. Pass just goes a little wide, kept in by McNabb. Pushing it to the right corner. Eichel no longer there, though. Utah with a pass up and out of the zone. Cooley can't quite hold that pass as McBain tries to race for it. But McNabb will grab it back in the Vegas zone as they're moving up again. Intercepted by Utah and neutral ice. He'll dump it right back into the Vegas zone quickly. Will end up behind their net in the left corner. Vegas looking to move up once again with it. Will catch a skate and they're forced to push that back into their own zone, but they control. Theodore pass up to Barbashev. As Utah back in their own zone. Kesslering now with it. 9:55 left in the third. Pressured by Vegas, so they can't quite get the change as quickly as they like. Schwint, the one pressuring there. Long pass up, hits a stick of Vegas there. Nice little move by Hayton to push that between Vegas, Vegas player's legs there. Can't quite get something going as he can't hold that pass down. He'll end up right side of the Vegas zone. Keller now with it. Moving around, looking for a pass in front. He'll end up back at Cole, left point. Back to Keller at the left side. Tied up by two players. We push back to Schmaltz. Back to Cole. He'll get it to Keller, still at that left side. Cole moving deep now. Schmaltz over to Keller. Back to Schmaltz down at the point. Shot right into the glove of Samsonov. 9:06 left in the third. Vegas with a ton of pressure so far in this third, but nothing in net. Still, Utah up 6-0. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We'll be back after the short commercial break. 9:06 left in the third. Utah still up 6-0, but Vegas not without an effort here in this third. Coming out swinging through this first half. We'll see if Utah can hold out just long enough. Right side draw in the Vegas zone. It will be Stenlin. And I believe Howden was the other one on the draw. That'll bounce in front for Kerfoot. Both teams trying to dig away at it. Stenlin can't put that in front. As Samsonov spread out again. Big shot from Bortuzzo. It's like if I can remember his name. Samsonov able to make a sprawling save. He'll get that in the glove. 8:51 now left. It seems like Utah has figured out that at a certain point, if they can just throw things at the net and get Samsonov shaken up, if they can pick up the rebounds, then they're golden in a game like this. So for the last 8.5 here, if they can just keep control in the zone like they were and just put it in front, just throw it at the net, see what happens, should be golden here. Be a delayed penalty call. Looks to be on Utah. Carcone taking a 2-minute tripping against Haig. So Vegas to the power play once again. Currently 0 for 2 tonight, so we'll see if they can get something going, and maybe this will be the spark they need to start that comeback. Though that Utah penalty kill so far, so good. Not impossible for Vegas to score. Likely, I would say, if they get something good set up. They've been doing good so far this period. We'll see what happens. Left side draw in the Utah zone. Stenlin and Hurdle, I believe. If not, it's Barbashev. Vegas will win that back. Theodore will push that around to the right side for Hannafin. Back to Theodore at the point. Over to Hannafin at the right side. Looking for a tip in front. That'll go wide. Eichel will pick it up. Back to Theodore. Over to Hannafin again. Theodore in the slot. Eichel, big shot saved by Stauber that hits the body in front. Utah able to clear that out all the way back down to the Vegas zone. 8:15 left in the third. Shots tied up at 26. Vegas pass that back in their own end. Eichel with it. 1:23 left in the power play. Moving in left side. He'll get that back to Theodore at the point. Big shot from Hannafin. That'll be deflected wide by Stauber up into the netting. Play blown dead. 7:59 and 1:16 left in the game and power play, respectively. That shot from Michael Gray, but catches Cole, I believe. So just able to get that shot deflected in time. 7:59, 1:16. Right side draw in the Utah zone. Hurdle kicked out of the draw. We'll see if Vegas can win this back on the second attempt. Tied up at the dot, both fighting for it. McBain racing for it, able to clear that down and out. All the way back down to the Vegas end. Theodore. He'll leave it for Eichel. Pass across to Carlson, who move in left side with speed. Force deep. Back to Theodore at the point, moving up to the slot. Back to Eichel at the left side. Looking for a pass, looking for something in front. Stauber able to push that to the right, or to the left corner. Eichel back with it. He's got Carlson in front looking for a tip there. Both teams digging away at it. McBain racing for it again. He'll get to it first, clearing that all the way back down to the Vegas end. 30 seconds left on the power play now. 7:10 left in the game. Vegas back in their own zone. Quick pass up to Olofsson. They'll get across the blue line right side. Pass across to Barbashev. Shot saved by Stauber. He'll bounce that up into the netting. 6:56 left in the third now. 13 seconds left in the Vegas power play. Shots currently sitting 27-26, or it might be 28. We'll see what it decides. 27-26 in favor of Vegas. Left side draw in the Utah zone. Vegas trying to win that in front. Will be pushed to the left corner instead. Both digging away at it. 8 seconds left in the power play now. Utah able to push that into the right corner, looking for one last clear, all the way back down, and they'll get that killed off. 6:40 left in the third. Hannafin back in the Vegas zone. Quick pass up to Olafson. Not quite able to hold that as much as he'd like. Stauber makes the simple little save there. Held in the right corner. He'll bounce in front of the zone. Utah able to grab it, moving up with speed. It's Carcone. Circling at the right dot. He'll get that back to Kesselring. Moving up to the slot. Forced to get that across to Bukestad at the left side. Or to Hayton. Back to Kesselring. Over to Keller now. Down at the right point. He'll push that in the corner for Hayton. Petrangelo, though, doing a great job to pick that away from him. Still tied up, though. Carcone out there with pressure. Hannafin able to grab enough that Vegas will clear that out of the zone, and then they'll move it back in themselves, this time with pressure, or this time with control. Vegas moving in, 5:40 left in the third. Pearson throws something on net, catches the body in front. Valimaki looking to clear that out right side. It'll be all the way back down for an icing on Utah. So back down to the Utah zone we will go for the faceoff. 5:32 left in the third now. Shot still sitting 27-26 in favor of Utah, or in favor of Vegas. Looking at third specifically, tied at 3 for both. Right side draw in the Utah zone. Hayton and Schwint on the draw. Utah trying to win that, not able to grab enough control of it. They will on the second attempt. Valimaki catching an edge, though. Pearson able to tie him up behind the Utah net. Holtz there with pressure. Doesn't matter, though. Kesselring will move it out. Get it across the red line. He'll dump it in left corner of the Vegas zone. Just barely, though, as Vegas able to knock that right back out. Delayed penalty, though. We'll see who that is on. I guess after we come back from commercial. Listening to Utah Vegas on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. I guess we'll figure out when we're back after the short commercial break. .507 left in the third as Vegas goes back up on the power play. Utah taking a too many men call. Will be served by Kesselring, I believe, or at least that's what it said last time. The app seems to have updated again. But that is my guess is what the call would be there. That's the only thing that would make sense. Regardless of what it is, Vegas back up on the power play. 0 for 3 tonight, I believe. Yes, they are. We'll see if they can get anything going. They're running out of time to start that comeback. If they're going to make the Herculean effort to come back tonight, it has to start with this power play. Left side draw, Utah win it. Sergachev looking to clear that all the way back down, and he will. 5 minutes left in the third. Vegas back in their own end. Theodore moving up through center ice. trying to chip that up to Hurdle. Hurdle trying to get that pass across. He'll find Eichel, who moves to the left dot. Shot saved in front by Stauber. Back to Eichel in front. Hurdle with the shot. Saved again. Sergachev trying to clear, not quite able to. It'll be tied up. Or Cole trying to clear. Now Sergachev with it. He will clear all the way back down to the Vegas end. 4.5 now left in the game. 1:20 left on the power play. And that was a too many men served by Kesselring. The Utah penalty there. 1:10 left on the power play now. Vegas moving back up. Carlson trying to chip that in left side. He'll pick up his own little pass in. Hannafin tied up to the right side. Eichel back in the right corner with it. Pressured, he'll get that back to Hannafin. Theodore down at the slot. Back to Eichel left side. Circling the middle. Trying to get that to Carlson. Not able to get that shot off like he wants. Back to Eichel. Looking for something from an angle there. Not able to find it. Back to Theodore. Big shot. Saved in front. Hurdle looking for the rebound there. Good pressure by Bortuzzo to get that stick on him in time. 35 seconds left in the power play now. Eichel at the left side. Circling in front, back to Carlson. Good pressure by Bortuzzo again. Prevents the shot from Carlson a second time. Tied up to the left side boards. Bortuzzo looking to clear. He will all the way back down to the Vegas end. 15 seconds left in the Vegas power play. 3:15 left in the third. Quick pass up to Barbashev, and they're over the line. Trips over the blue line, though. Can't quite get control. Utah looking to clear that down before the penalty ends, and they will. That is the fourth penalty Utah has cleared off tonight. Vegas with a chip up to Barbashev. In the Utah zone, tied up at the left point, though. Can't get anything going. It'll be poked out by Utah. Schmaltz trying to race for it. Petrangelo will get to it first back in the Vegas end. 2:45 now left. In neutral ice, Hannafin, he'll just push that into the Utah zone, tied up at the right side. Push back to the right corner. Utah able to get it, looking to clear. They will. All the way back down, but it's on net, so no icing for Utah. Korzak back in the Vegas end, moving up. Schmaltz with pressure, falls over Korzak. And an icing call on Vegas. So back down to the Vegas end we will go for the faceoff with 2:21 left. Shots in 29-27 in favor of Vegas. Utah, the penalty kill, doing extremely great tonight, killing off 4 crucial penalties with 2:21 left in the third. If they can just hold out for a little longer, this game should be all but theirs. Right side draw in the Vegas zone. Schwint, Schmaltz on the draw. Tied up at the dot. Carcone able to push that back to line, but out of the zone. Utah pick it right back up in neutral ice, though. Gunther with a quick pass back up to Carcone. Force the right side, not able to get in front, though. He'll double back to the line. Throwing something in front, looking for a deflection. It will deflect wide instead. Tied up along the right side board. Schmaltz trying to dig away at it. Keller will grab it instead in the right corner. Pushing that back to Bortuzzo. Around the net for Schmaltz. It'll bounce up in front. Both teams digging away at it. Will end up in the right point instead. Schmaltz trying to grab it. Keller will grab it instead. Pass back to Schmaltz on the right side boards. 1:40 now left. Keller held at the right side. Forced to push that deep. Carcone tries to find that pass back to the left point for Mata. Not able to grab it. Mata back into his own zone. 1:25 left in the third now. Waiting for the change. Pass across in the Utah zone. Looking for a long pass up. Catches a stick. Vegas trying to push that across. Not able to. Utah back up the other way quickly. It's McBain. Cutting to the front, or cutting to the middle, not able to get the pass over to the left side like he wanted. Utah neutral ice, trying to poke it back into the Vegas zone. 1:05 left. Olofsson trying to push that into the Vegas zone, not able to. Utah clear it right back out. Vegas will pick it up in neutral ice, though. Pushing it back in their own zone. 55 seconds left in the third now. McNabb with it. Quick pass up through the center. Howden with it. Pass across the right side. Taken away by Cooley, though. Pass up to Gunther. Back to Cooley up the left side. Moving in a shot that'll hit a body in front and bounce to the right corner. Push around to the left corner. Colasar there to pick it up for Vegas. Utah barely able to keep that in the Vegas zone. They'll dump it right corner just to kill some time. 25 seconds. Kerfoot racing for it, not able to get anything there. 22 seconds now. Vegas back in their own zone, just kind of passing it back and forth. Wonder if they'll get one last rush. They look to see if they can. It'll bounce all the way back down. Stauber grab it behind the Vegas or behind the Utah net. Borchuzzo with a long pass up to Carcone. 4 seconds left. 2, and that will be the game, and that will be the first shutout in Utah Hockey Club. That don't sound right. For the Utah franchise, that will be the first career shutout. Jackson Stauber, in his first game up with Utah, decides I'm going to put the team on my back tonight. But the team answers back saying, no, 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 we've got it as well. A 6-0 dominant victory against Vegas tonight. Just an extreme performance from both ends. Final shots, I think 29-28 in the Vegas favor. Doesn't matter though. Utah has the ones that count. Next game will be December 2nd against Dallas. They're back, Utah back home for just one game, then they're back on the road. There will not be a broadcast for that one, as first of many in December. I have work during that one because apparently I'm working nights instead of mornings now. So would much rather be here doing this than working. So watch the YouTube community tab for what games will be called. I do know, meet me back here December 7th for the Buffalo game. It'll be at 11 a.m. in the morning Mountain Time. This has been Utah 801 at Utah Hockey Radio. I have been Taryn Holmes. Have yourself a good rest of the night.